Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this super easy full vinyl wrap tumbler. We're using a 32-ounce plump from the Steel Magnolia, and as you see, I have already spray painted the bottom of my tumbler. I really don't encourage this because if you have to trim your vinyl after you have placed it on your tumbler, then chances are you're probably going to chip your paint, so you're going to have to redo that like I did. So I would leave that bottom stainless, place your vinyl on your tumbler, trim that up really nicely, tape it off, and then go spray paint it. This gorgeous vinyl is from Slide Hustle. Y'all have saw me use a few of their newest patterns in our past tutorials. These have been really simple tutorials, very beginner oriented, but if you find a pattern vinyl like this that really makes a statement, even if it's just a full vinyl wrap on a tumbler, you get that incredible professional looking result. Slide Hustle's Etsy shop is actually temporarily closed at the moment because they are updating all of their equipment so that they can print a whole lot faster and keep up their amazing customer service. Their shop will be opened with an estimated date of March 30th of 2023 with these incredible patterns as well as some new awesome prints. I have seen them and my gosh, they are amazing. So join their group. Make sure you're part of Brittany Barnes Boutique Tumbler art group as well. Both of those are linked down below and will both notify you as soon as this shop reopens. So to place this on my tumbler, I did trim it to hopefully fit it perfectly. And I ended up actually having to trim a little bit of that excess on the bottom, like I said. So I did have to redo my spray paint. But in order to put this on my tumbler, I squared it off to the exact height of my tumbler. We're going to wrap it around by trimming off some of that excess on the back of the vinyl. Put that in place once I have it lined up with my top rim, and then just squeegee this around until we get to our starting point. I honestly don't think that I have ever had so much trouble getting vinyl on a tumbler, but I had literally just got this in the mail a couple of minutes before I ran to my room and wanted to immediately put it on a tumbler. So I think the excitement made me try to rush and I was all over the place. But luckily this is a matte removable vinyl. So if I do have to lift it up or take it off completely to reposition it, it's not going to damage the adhesive that is on the back. So to trim our seam, I actually just used one of the wood planks that's in the design as a guide. You want to trim in between the start and stopping point. So right in between where your vinyl overlaps is where you want to trim. Remove the excess on top and underneath. We're going to go straight into adding our glitter using glitter glue from ARTISTRY Epoxy or COLORFLEX. I did this in one of my other tutorials using the Slide Hustle vinyls, but I'm going to take a little bit of that glue and then add in Filter from COLORFLEX. This is going to be an adhesive for our chunkier glitter, but also double as adding on some shimmer so I don't have to add the shimmer into my epoxy. And I'm using an all-over makeup brush to give this glue a nice even coat all over my tumbler. I wanted a silvery white opal glitter to give this a lot of dimension in those areas where we have the sparkle in the vinyl. You can see that it appears to have glitter chunks in the vinyl, but of course they're not like a holographic or sparkly feel, so we're going to go over all of those areas and add in that chunky glitter. Dreamer is actually very close to the look of the glitter that is printed on the vinyl, so it was a perfect match. After I've added on all of my glitter, I am just going to use my hand to pat that down since we just used the glitter glue. I will seal that twice with a Rust-Oleum matte clear coat and then give it 2 coats of epoxy before we add on our decal. For our decal, we used the matte Buttercraft printable vinyl, and then I created a 0.035 offset using the matte holographic silver from TECKWRAPCRAFT. If you have to use transfer tape on top of your printable vinyl, make sure that you remove almost all of the stickiness from it and you don't apply too much pressure to it to adhere it to your decal. If you flip it over and use a squeegee tool, just as I did, it will sort of help remove the backing more than it puts the pressure of your decal on your transfer tape, and give it just enough grip to stick on there and place on your tumbler without damaging your printable vinyl as you remove it. You can also apply light heat using a heat gun to help remove that transfer tape from your printable vinyl as well. Before we add on our final layers of epoxy, I am going to seal in the matte printable vinyl with Rust-Oleum matte clear coat twice so that I don't get micro bubbles on top of my vinyl. I don't ever put any additives in my epoxy when I am using a holographic or metallic vinyl. It tends to show not as sparkles on top of that metallic or holographic. It appears as if it's micro bubbles. So if you are using a metallic or a holographic vinyl on your tumbler, make sure if you want to add that additional shimmer in, you do as we did, add that in your glitter glue or your first layer of epoxy, so we're not getting the appearance of micro bubbles on top of that vinyl. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below and I'll answer them as quickly as possible. All materials I have used will be listed down in the description, as well as some coupon codes for y'all. I hope that y'all have enjoyed this really simple tutorial. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell in the corner to be notified anytime a new tutorial drops. That is all for today. Thank you all so much, and we will see you next time.